Oh, you're blind.
That reminds me of something I gotta ask you two about.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
What is it?
Alright, so I had this idea, yeah? For Starfinder.
Oh no.
A tale as old as time. Probably not that old, but it's a pretty common story. But I wanted to know if you all would like to partake with your characters.
What?
I'm lost.
I am as well.
All right.
Right.
So,
I mean, for real.
Gavin is going to be a criminal. And Audrey is going to be one of the police. What I was going to ask you two is if you would like me to sort of orchestrate a little subplot between the two of the criminal and the cop learning to get along.
Just hit my desk.
Jeez, Gavin, you is hitting your desk, man.
It's an interesting question.
Right?
Yes.
It is, isn't it? We hear laughter from Audrey.
I have to figure out who exactly Deselect is. But that would be interesting.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's
Just
the name
lovely.
of his Starfinder character.
Deselect?
He's a giant blue centipede thing.
Ew.
At least that's what he
Floating.
used to be. I don't know. Floating. I don't know if you still want him to be that, considering Starfinder has like a billion playable races.
Wow.
It's either that one
Just
or the
wow.
one, like, gross floating flesh jellyfish thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like that would be a pretty, like, the clashing tone of this semi-lighthearted space adventure and the giant floating flesh jellyfish.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ew.
I mean, you know.
Just a little bit of...
Well, okay, I guess I'm implying that the way Deselect currently is wouldn't collide with that either.
Maybe it wouldn't.
So, do you guys know if Tessa's gonna come on?
She
I hope
said
she
she
is.
was going to.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
So, we'll wait a little bit. I gotta put some stuff down in my notes, but I was thinking about that this week. I was thinking about some just little nondescript scenarios in my head.
You just reminded me. Next Friday, I cannot play.
All right.
I'm going to be, well, I actually don't know what time I'm getting back. I'm coming back from Charleston that day.
Cool.
And, I don't think I'll be back until, like, 11.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm going on vacation. I don't know what day I'm going to be back either. I think it's before Friday, but I don't really know.
So, are we playing the weekend of July 4th or no?
Oh, wait, it's the 27th.
Okay.
The 27th is a Sunday.
All right, well, then, yeah, so we couldn't play anyway.
Yeah, because that Sunday is when we leave to go to Tennessee.
Yeah, so...
So, just like, we're gonna, because all of next, okay. What day are you leaving for to?
I think Tuesday? I believe Tuesday.
Oh, I have to do a stupid computer class.
Mm.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it would be
the
too
only
bad,
thing-
but...
The only thing that made me mad about that computer class is it did kind of seem like false advertising. Either that, or there was just some fault in like how they had us make our computers. Because they told us that they had a really, like, at least relatively powerful graphics card in them. And if you... I'm getting my hair caught in my mouth. And if you look in the...
Hold on, I'll be back.
All right.
Cool.
But if you look at the fucking specs,
Yeah.
like, through the computer's programs, it shows that I think it was like one of the laptop variants of the 1050 Ti.
Right.
But I couldn't manage to get my computer to run anything after 1999.
That sucks.
Well, no, even before then, I couldn't get it to run Half-Life. The original
the
Half-Life.
OG Half-Life.
Yes, I could not get it to run Half-Life. It was less than a frame per second. And I'm not exaggerating there.
Oh, that's bad.
It was 2 seconds per frame.
Wow.
So, and I had drivers installed, all that kind of stuff. So, it mostly ran Command & Conquer. Like,
OG?
OG.
Command & Conquer?
The OG stuff.
I played Command & Conquer Tiberian Sun on it, which is like OG Command & Conquer 2. Basically, it's like the first Command & Conquer, but with slightly better pixel graphics. And it's also a lot cooler in like every way.
Right.
Alright, there we are. Alright. Alright, so after Audrey gets back, I guess we'll just wait a few more minutes to see. I'm gonna at her just to make sure she knows.
Well, yeah, because she said that she was able to play.
Yeah. So get on here.
So the week of the 4th.
That's not the right one. No, dang it.
What'd you do?
Ping the right person, please.
So the week
There
of the
she
4th.
is.
Are we planning on playing?
She made it.
I'm here.
Hey Tess.
Yeah.
What up?
All right. So we just gotta wait for Audrey to get back, and then we're all set.
Cool.
But I think Starfinder's going to be fun. I've been thinking up various things for Starfinder that may or may not happen or be used.
That sounds amazing.
Right.
Yes, it will be. It will be fun, I can assure you.
I didn't doubt it.
You're welcome,
Okay.
Old people.
Lovely.
All right.
Back in my day.
Old people.
Lovely.
Okay.
All
Can you
right
hear
then.
me?
Yes.
I cannot hear.
So then turn
That's
up your
not good.
volume. That's not good at all.
Why did you say Athena?
Oh, I was trying to at Tessa, but for some reason when I was typing in Lashana, it changed to Athena. So
It just loves me so much.
yeah, I guess so. Your friend spell is still active, I guess.
Right.
Wow.
Even though we're going to a flashback, I don't know. Maybe she's gonna try to make friends with the Shadow Troop members.
Oh,
Maybe.
You know?
no.
Yeah, that's where we left off.
Oh, yeah, we have to beat those guys into the ground now.
Correct. That's gonna be fun, ain't it?
Oh, God.
All right.
The only comfort I find in that is at the very least I know that we lived through it.
It's going to
Yes,
be real
somehow,
fun.
some way.
Yeah.
All right. So, is everyone ready? I know Tessa.
I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
You did. All right.
So then I
Wow,
guess
Gavin.
that's a no. The second we're ready to start, hang on. The second we're ready to start, and Gavin's like, nope, I can't yet.
Is Tessa on here?
Oh yeah, she's on here. She muted herself though. So.
I'm in the kitchen and it's loud.
Ah.
Cool.
Yes.
Well, get out of the kitchen where it's loud. Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. No, I don't need any of you. I need Snapchat. Thank you.
You need Snapchat.
Future Dacia spends all his time listening to Rage Against the Machine albums on
Killing in the Name.
Yeah.
Is that you or is that Is that you or is that Dacia's?
No, I don't really like Rage Against the Machine that much.
I never really
Killing in
got
the
into
Name
it.
is pretty awesome though.
Yeah, that's the only song I really got into.
Alrighty then. So, the flashback happens. Big flash of light. So, all right. So I'm just in the present because Lashana was not part of that whole thing, the whole amnesia spell thing. I'm just going to say that she just kind of looks at everyone who just look like they're staring at nothing, just really weird. She probably, I don't know, like takes some grass and puts it right in front of their face to see if they'll do anything. Let's just hope it's not poison ivy.
Yeah, let's hope, because that would not be that good.
Now you're giving yourself ideas.
Oh, I am. Oh, I give myself ideas all the time.
Oh yeah, so do I.
So in the flashback, our group, the other party, Mariella, are now walking directly up to the capital city. They're not in the city yet, but off in the distance, if they squint ahead, they can see it. And behind them are the Shadow Troop that they have all decided to not have a conversation with.
I wonder why.
Jeez. So, does anyone want to say anything at the moment?
I mean, I really don't, but, you know, who knows?
Cold.
Here we go again.
Athena decides that she's going to break the silence. Just to say that. Despite it being a pretty nice day out, sun shining through the trees.
Anybody else cold?
Not me.
No, not really. No.
Well, in particular.
Agree with me that you're cold.
Yes, I'm freezing. Athena, to make it seem more believable, uses, I think it's called Chill Touch. Hold on. I know you have a spell called Chill Touch. I just got to make sure it doesn't use any magic before I make, yes, okay. So Athena puts her hand on the back of Gander's neck and uses Chill Touch to make it seem more convincing. Yeah, okay, yes, cold. I am cold.
Theseus, are you cold? Theseus is not cold.
I guess not.
Theseus is dead.
He might be.
Oh well.
He's dead inside.
That's depressing.
I'm going to say his intense silence in universe is him just kind of trying to figure out what he's going to do about this gang of assassins literally standing right behind him. I'm also just imagining Lashana like looks back at one of the Shadow Troop and just kind of smiles at all their weapons.
So could we trade Dacius with Lashana?
I just got back.
Hi. We have assassins right behind us. And Athena is trying to make everyone say that they're cold for some plan that we don't know.
Because I'm cold.
No, I'm not cold.
You're cold, Dacius.
No.
I want to use the chill touch on him.
Yeah, so she does the same thing she did to Gander and puts her hand on the back of Dacius's, I guess, head and uses chill touch.
Are you serious?
You're cold! See, we're all shivering.
You made me cold.
I'm not cold.
And Sigmund, Jellica, and Grom look at each other all weird, and then looks at Athena, just trying to figure out what is she trying to do.
Okay, so we're done being cold.
We never started.
Shut up. So what are we doing with our lives?
And one of the Shadow Troop members that Dacius remembers all of them. He remembers this one. Her name is Xandra. She is a half-orc. However, for their species, she is relatively skinny. Most orcs, well, especially orcs, but even half-orcs are normally pretty buff. They just are naturally born with muscle, but Xandra was not. And Dacius never asked her about it, due to her generally angry attitude. But she steps up, and Dacius can tell she's looking at him. Quite a band you've put together. One, are you sure that we should be trusting them with this mission? They might seem a little odd, but I'm sure their skills will shine through once they are put in situations of certain death.
I mean, I don't know. How many times have you sent a demon dragon to the Shadow Realm?
Athena wants to pull out her dagger and point it at Xandra.
Okay. Alright. So she takes out a dagger and she points it at Xandra, and Xandra just kind of looks at the dagger, then looks up at Athena with a look that just says, "Really?"
Fine. You want my dagger wall?
And hang on, I gotta look at spells. I can't remember all the spells.
I know it's a level 2.
Oh, you mean Cloud of Daggers?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. I have to look here because I can't remember all the spells.
No. Athena has fear.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I think.
We all currently have, like, some cool thing. Gander has his spooky sword. Lashana has her spooky dagger.
Yes.
Dacius has his pickled tentacle.
Yes.
And fucking Athena has a bunch of bullshit spells.
Yeah, we're all still level 4, probably going to be level 5 very soon. Which, oh no. Uh-oh. I don't think we're gonna like that.
What?
So here, hang on. I gotta see what this does. At level 5, you will have a spell called Dominate Person. I gotta see what that does. If it does what it sounds like, oh boy, is Athena gonna have some fun? Okay, here we go. You attempt to beguile, whatever that means, a humanoid that you can see within range. It must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the duration. If you or creatures that are friendly to you are fighting it, it has advantage on the saving throw. Alright. While the target is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it, as long as the two of you are on the same plane of existence. You can use this telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious, which it does its best to obey. Oh, okay. So you can just control people with your mind.
I think it's really terrible that, like, the only thing that I can think of to use that pickled tentacle on, like, where it would be necessary, is Athena. Like, it's self-defense against Athena.
I cannot trust you to not abuse your almighty magic on us.
Like,
so I will send you into this other plane of existence with this Cthulhu monster.
Yeah, like,
where you will
gave him the pentacle to tinkle.
where you will hopefully stay forever.
Like, I am. Dacius should just get, like, another weapon. I don't think, or get, like, an actual weapon. Being a warlock isn't working out too well.
Especially when you have Athena.
It does genuinely infuriate me how few, like, I guess, good combat spells or at least how few readily available combat spells it seems that the warlock has. Does that dominate person spell require anything?
No, it does not.
Well, you also gotta think.
But it only works for a minute.
Look, the thing, like, because the only way, aside from that witch bolt, the only way that you can get the item necessary for the banish to Shadow Realm with Cthulhu spell is if the DM lets it happen. Because people don't just carry around pickled tentacles. The DM has to say,
"Yo,
like,
here's a pickled tentacle."
It's such a specific thing, and it is a powerful spell. But other magic, even other, like, normal, not entirely magic characters or classes seem to be able to get very effective, very multi-purpose spells.
Yes.
Well, a warlock is gonna.
I was gonna bring that up. So when you level up to level 5, you do get 2 spells in particular that will be very useful depending on how you use them. I don't want to spoil what they are yet, but they do relate to how Dacius got the powers in the first place.
Oh boy. I do.
Well, okay, here. I should tell you what they are. Okay. So, well, I guess the one you have right now is Dimension Door. But the other one, which you get at level 5, Contact Other Plane. That is the one that will be very useful and will connect you with the thing that gave Dacius his
It's
power.
like a interdimensional information hotline.
Pretty much. Hey, God? Yeah, I kind of need your help down here.
There's this fucking psychopath that's trying to literally dominate me and control my mind. What do I do about that?
Is it Athena? Yeah, it's Athena.
Can you help a bug out?
All right, yeah. Here, I'll increase your wisdom real quick. So it is just impossible for her to take control of you.
Dacius becomes a beholder. That's the character progression.
I'll take over Shauna's mind.
No, you will not.
All right. So,
but no, Athena wants to use her fear spell on that.
on Xandra?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. I think there is a save for that, so let me look real quick. All right. That will be interesting, actually, if this works. Yo, Tessa, you alright? I'm gonna take that as a no.
You're gonna die. Mute yourself.
No, I'll mute myself.
Yeah, if you're gonna die, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It, kind of puts a damper on things, All right.
Yeah.
What spell is that?
You're killing our buzz.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, cool. Who gets to do that? That'd actually be really cool.
What is
Who
it?
gets that? It's called Force Cage, and you get to make an invisible box around something. It's just stuck there. I want to know who gets that. I mean, you don't get it until level 7, so it's a fairly late game spell, but that could be really useful.
I could put Dacius in it.
Well, I was thinking you could trap if it's you. I don't know if Sorceress is the one that gets it, but whoever gets it could trap an enemy in the cage, and then the other could cast some sort of fire spell or something in it.
In hindsight, I think Wizard would have been more fitting for Dacius. It would have been a bit less inspired, though. Or, cool, I guess.
Oh.
Who gets it?
Oh no, I'm reading Fear. I'm seeing what it does. And okay. So if you use Fear, it will affect everyone in a 30-foot radius.
And we're all in a group.
Yes. Oh no, I made it worse.
Man, Athena took one. Well, I guess she hasn't gone through she hasn't taken the one step forward yet, so.
Okay, so if this helps, Gavin, you are the one that gets the Force Cage.
Oh.
Damn it.
Yes, Athena does not get Force Cage.
Force Cage.
You both get Finger of Death, though.
What's that?
I think that's the one where you can basically flip off an enemy and it just kills them.
Well, to a point.
Yeah. Let me look.
I don't think it kills a lot of higher level stuff.
Yeah, let me look. Finger of Death. Okay, here we go. You send negative energy coursing through a creature that you can see within range, causing it searing pain. The target must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes... I'm sorry, what? It takes 7d8 plus 30 necrotic damage. Are you... So flipping off an enemy could cause like over 80 damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, wow.
86 damage if you were to get like the highest possible rolls.
Yes, if you get the highest possible rolls and if they fail to save.
Wow, that's
but
a
still,
lot of
that's
damage.
crazy. A humanoid killed by this.
The bare minimum damage would be like 30.
Yeah, it would be
Which is
38 because you would.
Oh yeah, you can't roll zeros. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, a humanoid
38.
killed by the spell rises at the start of your next turn as a zombie that is permanently under your command. Wow. Wow.
Maybe Athena's just going to become a lich. She's the final boss. Instead of Nigel. Or...
Bet. Okay.
No.
Nigel's just like, okay, I'm evil, but like this lady, she might be a bit too evil.
Yeah, it's like, I went crazy for a bit, I was about to do some pretty bad stuff, but I think we can all agree, she's the top priority here.
Like, he's not even trying to trick the group, he means that genuinely, like...
Yeah, he's just like, we need to stop her, like, right now.
She's gonna end the world before I do.
Yeah, like, I can't let that happen.
That's fine.
Oh, boy, hang on, I gotta...
But yes, I want to use fear.
Oh my
all right.
God.
Check.
Oh,
fear.
gosh, we are all going to have to roll checks for that. Okay.
What are we rolling for?
We're rolling for wisdom checks, so you should probably be okay. I think your wisdom's pretty high.
Wisdom, intelligence, and charisma I know are decently high.
Alright, let me see. Alright, hold on. Alright, I gotta get it. Alright, let's see here. Load up. Thank you. Okay. I'll go through everyone's wisdom. Alright, so Gander's probably gonna have everyone see his fear.
Oh god, he's the fucking tank!
Okay, yes, your Dacius's wisdom is he's a smart man. I don't know why I looked at Athena's, it's not going to matter to her. And LaShawn...
Athena, roll wisdom to see if you should actually do this.
Yeah.
The higher you roll, the more you won't do it.
Hold on.
All right. So yeah, Gander Gander's the worst off here. Because his wisdom is the lowest. So here we go. Tessa, could you please roll a 1d20? Thank you. All right.
Oh, got a 6.
Oh wait, yeah, you have to roll a 1d20 too.
I do?
Yeah. Do you want Gavin to do that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got an 8.
Yeah. Okay. So Athena gets. All right. Yeah. I guess we got to add your modifier to that. Okay. So. Wait, I got to roll for literally everyone else. Yeah. Hang on. All right.
Do you use regular dice for them?
Yes. Yeah. Because and if we were actually playing together at a table, I would have like my DM screen up so you can't see what I roll for them. So just to emulate that, I'm just rolling the actual dice because you can't see that. Okay. So
Could we really see it anyways?
fair point. So Athena tries to do a fear spell on everybody. Now, has she used the fear spell before in the main campaign? I know she used it all the time in the BS campaign.
She never used it in the main campaign because I didn't find out that I had it until the BS campaign.
Right. Got it. Okay. So, none of our group have ever had to deal with this spell before. And...
Oh, Sigmund and them. Oh.
It was difficult for our group to try to deal with that because they could feel just a creeping feeling of fear just coming up, but they didn't know what to be afraid of. Luckily, Gander, Dacius, and Lashana were all able to suppress it. They're all able to deal with it. Mariella was fine. I mean, that should be pretty obvious.
It's been a while since I felt that. Holy shit!
Sigmund, Jellica, and Grom, they also seemed fairly fine. And Sigmund kind of laughed to himself. You know, Jellica would always play pranks with that spell.
Good lord, I bet that was fun.
Now, the Shadow Troop, it appears that it did work on them. Strangely enough, it was all of them, but instead of projecting different projections from each member, a single projection appeared. And this projection had all of the Shadow Troop members, but they were all separated from each other. And it seemed that in the projection, they didn't know where they were. They didn't know where anyone else was, and they all seemed afraid. Now, one looked up. The rest of the Shadow Troop members all looked to be on edge. It wasn't that you could tell that they were scared necessarily, but you could tell that the spell definitely worked with them. But one didn't seem affected. And he looked at Athena, and then he began to clap. So, you figured it out. Our greatest fear is to be all alone. Just like how we all started. Are you proud? Are you proud with this information?
I mean, kind of.
Well, I must say, I do admire your bravery. And I suppose gathering information is the first step to being a Shadow Troop member.
What?
No, I'm just considering certain things. I mean, we are still missing a number 2, so...
No.
All right. I thought I'd ask.
I will kill all of you.
You can try.
You want me to?
Athena, this isn't part of the plan.
We want them dead anyway.
What?
So, our group falls silent, except for Lashana. I think Lashana just kind of laughs a little bit and like kind of nods, like, yeah, that's what we were going to do this whole time. The other party goes completely silent, and Mariella, she just face palms. And the Shadow Troop, they all look to one. And he lets out a sigh. You know, I expected this. We always expect to be double-crossed.
We didn't double-cross you. I was just saying, you don't like us, and we don't like you. But we'll work with you.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll a charisma check on that.
Yeah.
See if you can convince him. Okay, Athena tries to put on her innocent face, but one does not seem to have fallen for it.
Use befriend.
It's too late for that. You should have thought about using it for this.
Athena's stupid.
Yes. We are all aware.
Or maybe just the person playing her.
No.
Okay.
Maybe a bit like evil right now, but
I knew this was a possibility. Well, I guess we might as well get it over with. I mean, if we go into the capital and have our battle there, well, we would get caught almost immediately, so I think if we do it right here and right now to get it out of the way, we'll all feel better about ourselves.
So, you're telling us we're going to fight?
And Sarsis takes out her own dagger and aims it at Athena.
Oh, really? Athena wants to throw her cloud of daggers at her.
Oh boy. Okay, hold up. I gotta see how that spell works first, because I can't remember. I think it creates a cloud and it does like something D8 damage. Circle of Death, who can use that? That's a 6th level necromancy spell. That's nice. Alright, let's see here. Cloud of Daggers. There we go. Okay, you fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side. Put it on a point that you choose within range. The creature takes 4d4 damage when it enters the spell area for the first time. Okay? Alright, when you cast the spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, the damage increases by 2d4 for each slot level above. Oh. Okay. So that means this will do 8d4 damage.
Oh.
To all of them, actually.
Oh!
Ooh.
So, okay. So Athena, just not wanting to hold back anymore, casts Cloud of Daggers. The cloud appears, the dark cloud appears right above the Shadow Troop. and daggers begin to rain down. All right, I gotta roll some stuff here.
Should I roll the 8d4?
Just hold up. Okay, yes, roll the 8d4.
Oop.
15.
That's not terrible.
I mean,
Okay.
the individual rolls were. Well, no, because they were d4s. Never mind.
Yeah. All right. So, Sarsis dodges out of the way pretty easily, and so does the Tiefling Shadow Troop member, whose name is Narrow.
Ew.
However, one and Xandra, they don't move. They didn't even try to dodge, but they do take the damage. However, while Xandra does visibly get damaged from the daggers currently in her body, one does not seem fazed whatsoever. In fact, he just starts taking the daggers out with his bare hands and throwing them on the ground.
Well, you certainly haven't changed.
I've been keeping up my training.
Can you tell me about the funny spell? Please.
Wait, is that Dacius talking, or?
No, that's me talking to you.
Okay, which spell?
You know the one.
The weakness one.
No.
Oh,
No.
Wait a minute.
the pitical tentacle.
The pickled tentacle one.
Oh, okay, yes. All right, hold up. I gotta see what that was called again.
I'm gonna use actual fear tactics.
Oh, Hunger of Hatter. That's what it was.
We've just been calling it the pitical tentacle.
Tentacle.
I've been calling it the Banish to the Shadow Realm spell.
I mean, that's pretty much what it is.
Pitical tentacle. I don't like.
Wait a minute. If Dacius manages to get one, wouldn't that mean he's kind of like the leader? I mean, okay,
you're good. I mean, you're gonna have to see to find out.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Okay, I forgot that the spell isn't just like some dimension with some Cthulhu monster. No, it says that you open a gateway to the dark between the stars. So space.
Yes.
You're sending them to space.
That's even better.
Okay. Hey, hang on. You open a gateway to the dark between the stars, a region infested with unknown horrors. A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, centered on a point with range and lasting for the duration. What?
So couldn't I get all of them with that?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Okay. This void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard up to 30 feet away. That's not comforting. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures fully within the area are blinded. The void creates a warp in the fabric of space. And area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as milky, otherworldly tentacles rub against it. Oh boy. Okay, so there is one caveat with this spell.
Of course.
Hold up. I gotta look again. I believe it is the duration. It's not high. Like, it doesn't last very long. So, yes, okay. So, for this to work, remember, in the present time, what Mariella did with the enlargement spell. If you want this to work, you're going to have to try to repeat that.
Well, I don't have multiple pickled tentacles.
Well, like, no, she just has to keep feeding you.
Oh.
Yeah, she just has to keep feeding you magic so that you can keep it open.
Oh.
Yeah.
So wait, what, like, because I don't want to, like, use this only to figure out that it's worthless. Like, does this just happen? Or
what do you mean by just happen?
Can, like, they reasonably escape from it before it happens?
It doesn't. From what it sounds like, they can't escape from it.
Well, I mean, or like, I guess dodge it.
No, they can't dodge it, but
okay.
During their turns, they could escape from it. Because it says if they start their turn in it, they take 2d6 cold damage. And if they end their turn in it, then it's 2d6 acid damage, which that tells me that they could escape if they actually manage to get out. But since it is a pretty big void of nothingness, that's going to be difficult to do.
I mean, I would say so.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, I guess.
I'm just imagining casting the spell and then having people throw random things in there just to, like, make noise all around in there so they don't know which way is out or something.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
We can just pick up all the daggers that are laying on the ground.
Yes!
Oh my fucking god.
Yes! Oh, man.
Yes, an idea I can agree with.
If only we had Xander here so that Nigel could, you know, his spell where he could just create. What?
Couldn't he ensnare them?
Oh, he could have. Oh, man.
Oh my, that would have been perfect.
Oh, that would have. Oh,
being
man.
stuck to the ground in space somehow.
Yes. Oh, that would have been great. Okay, actually, here, let me see if anyone else could do that. Because that's too good. Alright, come on. We gotta... There's gotta be something. There's gotta be something someone can do. I would think that Lashana... Or wait, no. That's right, because Lashana can't use magic anymore. Oh. Okay, and I know Gandrew can't do anything. He sucks. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to do anything. Yeah. Yeah, no, he can't do anything.
No.
Well.
I am in a safe, like, we're all in a safe distance. Well,
it would be best if Dacius uses this turn to basically get everyone on board with his plan, and so they get out of the way.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so Dacius, he knew he saved this pickled tentacle for a situation like this. In fact, if he was truly honest with himself, this is what he was saving it for. This moment of him having to deal with the Shadow Troop. And I'm just imagining his initial plan going there by himself was he was pretty much going to sacrifice himself to trap all of them, including himself, in there. But now that plan has changed. And he tries to tell everyone to get out of the way. Now, I don't know how you want to do that as well as tell Mariella what to do.
I want to, like, go up to Mariella and gesture, like, kind of sneakily show her the pickled tentacle.
Okay. So, Mariella, she's trying to think about what to do here. Because the Shadow Troop are incredibly powerful. Are they as powerful as she is? Well, we don't exactly know, but they are people that not even she wants to mess with. So she's trying to think of the best way to deal with them. And as she is looking at them and having all these calculations in her mind, Dacius walks over to her and he kind of like nudges her on the arm, and she looks at him, and then she looks down at what he has in his hand, and she sees the tentacle. She realizes what he's about to do. We only have one shot.
Yeah. Let's make it count.
Okay, I'll feed you enough magic to keep it open for as long as it takes. But Gander and Athena and Lashana are going to have to keep them distracted.
All right.
So, does Dacius yell out to them?
Yes.
Okay. So Dacius, he yells out to everybody, including the other party. He yells out to them, and he tries to tell them to keep the Shadow Troop busy.
We can throw daggers at them.
I don't think daggers are going to hurt them that much, Athena.
Fine.
Gander gestures to one who is still just casually removing the daggers out of his body.
Fine. Then I'll use Ray of Frost.
I can't see how much that does.
Wait, but that freezes him.
Exactly.
Yes, it can. Yes. Wait, do you have a stronger Ray of Frost yet, or is that level 5? I think that's level 5. Yes, that's level 5. Aw. Oh wait, no, you have Ice Storm. Hang on, I guess you're an Ice Storm.
Why am I just finding out about this?
Because you have a million spells, and I keep forgetting to look at every single one you have. Alright, let me see here. Okay, Ice Storm. Yes. Okay. Okay. A hail of rock-hard ice pounds the ground, a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Each creature in the cylinder must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 46 cold damage on a failed save. That is a lot.
Hey!
Hailstones turn the storm's area of effect into difficult terrain. Okay, so that'll make it harder for them to... Yeah, for them to get away.
You guys, Dacius, Mariella, go that way, so you're not in my storm.
Yeah, we're already going that way.
Yeah, they're just kind of trying to move while not alerting the Shadow Troop.
Now I make ice storm.
Okay, so Athena uses Ice Storm. Right above her cloud of daggers. So now an even larger cloud appears, and hail begins to fall. So Sarsis, once again, is able to dodge the rain of hail. And this time she is darting right towards Dacius and Mariella.
Gander!
And yes, I was about to roll dexterity because I know Gander's dexterity is really good. Oh no! Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Okay, hang on. I know it's really good, but I can't remember how good it is. Oh boy. Alright. Okay. So Sigmund rushes in, and so does Gander. However, as Gander tries to rush in to stop Sarsis, an ice ball from the ice storm lands and almost hits him. He is able to block it with his shield right before it hits him. However, this stops him from getting to Sarsis, but Sigmund is able to block her attack. So he's holding her off. The other Shadow Troop members do take damage, so could you roll? Hang on, I forgot the damage that it uses. Hold up. Flame strike, that sounds like a cool thing. Okay, here we go. It takes, roll a 2d8 and a 4d6.
$4d6.
Oh, wow.
26.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So, this time, one did not try to stand still. However, before he could effectively dodge out of the way, one of the ice balls slams right into his shoulder.
Good.
And this does force him down on the ground, and he is forced to take all the damage. Xandra, instead of dodging, she seems to be using Firebolt to try and take out the ice balls so they don't hit her. And while she does take out a couple, she's still hit with 20 points of damage. And Nero, who has been sneaking around the battlefield, no one has really been focusing on him, except for Lashana. I'm thinking Lashana has been keeping an eye out on him. And he is able to get out of the ice storm.
Lashana! Distract Nero, ugly boy.
Nero. Oh no, she left.
Yeah, she's eating dinner.
Oh man, okay. Alright.
Lashana.
So my in-universe explanation is that while she did hear what Athena said, she wants to see what this guy is all about since he has the most weapons on him. Sarsis and Nero are the main weapon users, and she wants to see what this guy can do. See if he's worth her time. So she's just observing him.
Jellica!
And Jellica, this whole time, she seems to have been charging some spell. And She puts her hands on the ground, and just like when she first met the party, plants grow out of the ground, and they tie up one and Xandra.
Yes! Yes! Man, that is the first time that I've been glad to see that.
And then Grom runs up, and he punches Sarsis, who lands back in the ice storm cloud.
Oh shit!
Yes! This is going so much better than I expected.
Okay, so now we are back to Athena's turn. So what does Athena want to do?
She wants which cantrip is it that like it's her fire? I think it's I always forget it.
Firebolt.
Okay, so she wants to use Firebolt or Nero or whatever.
Okay, got it. All right, gotta see. Oh man, Gavin is excited. Wait, what the? Wait, who could do that? Wait a minute, hang on. I gotta see. Oh, oh, dang.
What?
Oh, okay. All right. Yes. Okay, so there's a spell. I don't know who can do it. It's called Create or Destroy Water. And if you are leveled up enough, you can basically part the ocean.
Wow.
Because it says you can, for each level after second level, you gain 5 additional feet of a cube of water that you can just destroy.
Jeez.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. Fire. What?
Going for the Moses build.
It's the most effective D&D build.
Yeah. That's it's meta in D&D with homebrew elements.
Where is this? Okay, it should be here. No, not fireball.
Fireball.
Hail to the king, baby.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, you hurl a mote of fire at a creature or object within range. Make a ranged spell. Yes, yes, yes. On a hit, it's 1d10 fire damage. All right, cool. Oh. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. All right, so Athena tries to use Firebolt at Nero, who is hiding behind a tree.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, fucking tree on fire.
Okay, so yeah, make a dexterity check, please.
Oh, I'll try. Ooh.
All right, I gotta see her dexterity just to see how well she actually. Okay. All right. So, she creates the firebolt and she launches it near Nero. She does not hit him directly. However, she does hit the tree he was hiding behind. And she is at first happy because, well, hey, the tree is on fire now. However, she sees that he kind of rolls away from the tree, and while he did catch fire, the fire just kind of goes away, and then she remembers, oh, he's a tiefling.
Frick.
Yeah.
I feel
Okay.
dumb.
Unfortunately, in space, No one knows you're a tiefling.
is that Dacius's line before
No.
he? Okay.
In
Well,
space, no one can hear you be a tiefling.
So, it is Dacius' turn now.
I want to call it like, hey, one.
And one, he's kind of trying to fix his shoulder, and he looks over at Dacius.
You remember how I escaped the first time?
And one kind of glares at Dacius.
Well, you best be praying to your gods, because I know I'm praying to mine.
And at that moment, as Dacius says that, something quickly goes through his mind. Some feeling that he feels like he's felt before. But he can't quite describe what it was. Do you actually, here, can you roll wisdom to see if he remembers what this feeling was?
Oh,
All right. So, this feeling was the feeling he got back when that happened. After the Shadow Troop had killed his comrades, and after he accidentally killed their old number 2, he didn't know what to do, where to go. He was completely lost. He never wanted to kill anybody. He never wanted to hurt anyone, and now the people he cared about were all dead, and he murdered. But out of the blue, something was calling to him, and it gave him a warm sensation, a kind feeling. It was the first time in a long time he actually felt at peace. And this was the feeling he got when he obtained his Warlock ability.
hopefully this'll be it.
He throws the pickled tentacle, and as it lands right by one, Dacius activates the Hunger of Hatter. In an instant, a void of pure darkness appears from where the tentacle laid. And as soon as it opens, everyone, even Mariella and Dacius, felt a feeling of pure dread, just even staring at it. They could hear whispers, maybe even faint screams of something. They didn't know what.
I really want for Dacius to start like breaking out into like reciting some kind of like hymn.
All right. Yes. Actually, let me make it something that kind of relates to the being that he that gave him these powers. So, Dacius, in his mind, suddenly a hymn just kind of appears, and of course I'll let you can come up with what the actual words for it are. But they basically relate to a being that was bored one day. And this being found some very interesting souls to play with. And this being would do anything to make sure that these souls of theirs can survive.
Okay. I banish thee to the land in between the stars, where there is no land, to appease the hunger of things so undivine, so unholy they will never grace the space of any plane, to appease a great puppeteer, to silence him, but not kill him. Or it, I guess.
So, the Shadow Troop could not be heard from inside the void. Now, I should point out, Nero is the only one who is not in the void right now. But he is just kind of staring into that blackness. And he feels like he can hear the rest of the members. He feels like he can hear them screaming inside. And their fear begins to play through his mind. Their ultimate fear of being abandoned, being away from each other, being alone like they were before the Shadow Troop was formed. They were cast out from their own societies for things that they couldn't control. He did not want that same fate to happen again. So he ran. He ran into the void. And Mariella was pouring all of her magic into Dacius to keep this open. And as everyone just kind of stood and watched, they could hear the wriggling and writhing of what sounded like tentacles, some creature inside. In fact, as if they squinted into the darkness, they could briefly picture some being. It was something that none of them could quite describe, a being that seemed to be made from tentacles, but with two very dim eyes that seemed to be looking in all directions.
Oh, Lord.
Ariella kept on pumping her magic in until eventually the sounds, the whispers, even the tentacles, they all seemed to just stop, and everything just went quiet for a moment. And Mariella, at first, she kind of looked away to try to see what was going on. And a look of realization hit her, and she took her hands off of Dacius, which immediately closed the void, and she fell to the ground. That was close. And there was nothing, no trace of the Shadow Troop left.
They're gone.
They can go have fun with it.
Dacius, you did it.
Dacius, he felt a hand be put on his shoulder, and he turns and he sees it's Grom. Thank you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And Jellica just kind of skipped over to all of them. We won! We won!
Well, I would do.
Okay. I blacked out for a little bit there. What were we doing?
Well, I guess we were going to, well, help them assassinate the king, but we don't really need to anymore.
They're dead. Probably.
Let's hope. Those kinds of fuckers. You never know if it's death or an eternity of, well, torture.
Actually, okay. So this is going to be very, very interesting. So I'm going to make everyone level 5 now. And for the in-universe explanation as to why they were level 5 but didn't know they had the level 5 spells in the present, it's because of the amnesia spell. They didn't remember that they had gained these new abilities, so that's why they didn't use them. Oh no. Oh no.
I am both overwhelmed with an incredible feeling of relief and dread.
But it's all over now, right?
It should be. It's in something else's hands now.
Now,
They're in something else's hands now, probably.
Ew. I don't want to think about that.
Well, not hands, but...
Tentacles.
Sigmund looks up, and he starts to take steps back. No. No. And as everyone else looks up, they see that griffins are beginning to approach.
Fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And it's not a small... It's not like 2, 3 griffins, maybe 5 at the most. No, it's about 20 griffins that seem to be heading their way.
Oh, good lord.
And as the griffins get closer, Athena and Sigmund see that the first 6 or so griffins are being ridden by the royal wizards.
Oh, son of a bitch! How close are we to the capital?
I mean, they could see it from the distance, so fairly close.
Maybe using all that magic wasn't like the best idea.
Sigmund, you see that, right? You see who those are, right?
Yes, I see them.
How good of an idea would it be to like maybe dart into the woods really quickly and right now?
They have magic detection spells.
Well, are we just gonna sit here and stand and look at him?
And
They're gonna find us on the way.
they quickly turned to Mariella. After all, she is the one who has been able to get them out of situations before. She was gone.
Oh, good God.
Well, at least she, had the right idea.
What?
Sigmund, he walks towards Grom, Angelica, and he turns around. Go. If they find you two, especially you, Jellica, they will kill you.
But Grom,
we can't leave it. And Grom takes Jellica, and he turns away. I'm
Grom.
sorry.
Grom, can I give you something really quickly?
He waits and to see what Dacius is going to give him.
Keep this safe, and I want to give him the ring. I don't know if I'll be back to take it back, but I'd rather the capital didn't have it.
Rather
Grom clutches the ring, and then he begins to run off. And as him and Angelica leave, the griffins descend.
Or don't.
Arms up, I guess.
And that is when the flashback ends. And as it ends, everyone darts awake. Well, of course, except for Lashana, because she hasn't been re-experiencing those memories. She's just been asleep still.
Happened.
So that's how it happened.
Oh my God.
We actually killed them.
Dacius, you killed the shadow troop.
And normally, I'd feel like shit after something like that, but I get why they started the Shadow Troop. It's everything they did after that. I don't really think that's an excuse to go around killing people. A lot of times, innocent people.
I can't believe we actually did it.
I'll beg the chat.
Oh, I can believe it.
So confused. We just had another fight.
And so
Okay.
Athena tried to turn to find Mariella because now, at least seemingly, the flashback should be over because they know everything else now. She didn't find Mariella laying where she did when they went to sleep. Instead, she looks by where that guard was, and she sees that Mariella is talking to the guard.
Oh, you're finally awake.
Yeah, we had another flashback. Oh, he's awake too.
Hey, it's that guy. How'd you sleep?
He wasn't sure how to respond to that. Well, it would have been better if I wasn't forced to go to sleep.
Okay, that wasn't exactly my idea. I was gonna try to talk first.
I will force you to go to sleep again.
Athena,
Can we just go
please.
to our missions?
Listen, Miss Mariella here has informed me of the situation. And while I wouldn't normally believe such ludicrous accusations, she is a royal wizard. So I suppose I can believe her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a royal wizard.
I mean, we got the papers if you want to see them.
Oh, yeah, he does have illusory script, so he could do that. He could show him papers.
Oh, I was talking about the papers I already had.
Oh, you meant those. Okay. That's okay. That's what you meant. All right.
Although, yeah, I could do that. I feel
Yeah,
like that's a bit too much lying, though.
Yeah, no. What I thought he was referring to was papers showing that Mariella was a royal wizard, not the papers about how they're using evil runes.
Yeah. It's pretty fucked up shit.
Who's he going with? Is he going with us or you?
I mean, I would think he'd be wanting to try and, save his comrades.
Okay, so he's going with you.
Yeah. Well, why don't we ask him what he wants to do?
Well, you see, one of the other guards, he's fairly new. His name is Arthur. Not sure if any of you have met him. He's been acting quite strange today, so...
Yeah, I had a talk with him.
So you informed him of all this?
Yes. And he said he would try and get other guards to help us out.
No wonder he was acting so strange.
Actually, you know what? It would probably be a great idea for me to go and, check on him, come to think of it. If he was acting strange, you're probably not the only one who picked up on that.
Yes. We should try to find him and make sure he hasn't gotten himself into any trouble.
But we do need to win some people over.
And we also should probably know your name.
You can call me Ben.
Ben.
Ben! I am so fucking
Did your mom name you? What?
My parents did, yes.
Ben.
It's short for Benjamin.
Athena, let's have some respect for our guest.
Yes, because he's our guest in the middle of nowhere.
Anyone can be a guest anywhere at any time, And anyways, I think we put him through enough.
True.
We owe him a little bit of respect.
He looks over at Lashana, who is still sleeping. As long as she stays away from me, I'll be okay.
Oh yeah, don't worry. She's not coming with us. She's not going to help us win people over.
She was, remember? Because she's the only one who can open the rune doors.
Oh. Okay, so about that. She's the only one who can get her. She's the only one who can get around in the wizard den thing.
Yeah, you remember those doors I was telling you about? She's the only one who can open them.
I tell you what, though.
See.
I tell you what, though. She doesn't have to be with us all the time.
JC, you're not planning to split up when we're already splitting up.
No. maybe. At a certain point. Listen, we're running like an incredibly complicated mission trying to...
Go over and smack him.
Gee.
Not hard, but like hard enough.
Ow! Do you really think this Lashana can't handle herself? Wait, who said she was going by... Why? She wouldn't be going by herself.
No, but you're planning on splitting up when we're already splitting up. This is not a good idea.
None of this is a good idea. None of this is good. But, like, understand what we're trying to pull off here.
Yeah, but splitting up when we're already splitting up.
Okay, listen. Ben.
Jimmy.
Me and Gander will make sure you won't have to deal with her too much.
Plus Mariella.
She won't be able to get to you.
Oh, that's good. Where's my... Is that my griffin? He looks at Wings.
No, it's my griffin.
Athena, come on.
Well,
you literally stole it.
Now let's see who Now let's see who Wings.
Oh my!
Ben walks over to Wings and he tries to pet Wings, but Wings just turns away from him. But Athena walks up and Wings is fine with her. Ben just kind of looks a little sad when he walks back.
Oh, we can get you a new griffin.
Athena, I think you missed the point there.
There are plenty in the stables.
Ben, you'll get your best pick, or you'll get the first pick.
Thank you.
What was Wings' original name?
What?
What was Wings' original name?
Oh, is she actually asking him that?
Yes.
No. Well, we don't really name the griffins, but
an animal.
I nicknamed him Talon.
Ew.
Man, everyone around here. Oh, you say that as if Wings is any better. That's like...
Wings are beautiful.
Like me going out and naming a deer Legs.
And another person who originally owned the deer named it Horns.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Antlers. I'm sorry.
Eggman, I'm ready to leave.
You know, I'm gonna get a kid and name him Meat Golem.
Come on, Darrell.
Meat puppet.
Like,
so
get a fish and name it Scales.
Athena starts going off in a huff, and Sigmund and Darrell, they just kind of shrug to each other and start to follow her. Well then, I guess we'll be off, and Gander just picks up the sleeping Lashana.
So Ben, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, hang on, I gotta look up I can't remember all these town names. Okay, here we go. Well, I was born and raised in Concord. My family actually working for the local guild.
What, really?
Yes, actually.
We we originally passed through Dawnfin, which is in ashes, but you know, we stayed in Concord for a little while. You know, the guild, was it guild leader, guild master? It was pretty nice.
Oh, really? You met my father? I thought he would have retired.
He talked about you. I remember.
He did?
Yeah. I think only in passing, just because it wasn't relevant to the conversations we were having, which mostly had to do with like slapping cultists around. Not like it actually, went that way. But, yeah.
Well, that's very nice to hear. I honestly thought he might have moved on.
Wait a minute, Gander.
Yes?
There was cult activity near Concord.
Yes.
We've been gone for a while.
You don't think...
How far have they... Hey, Ben?
Yes.
What are, you heard anything about the dragon cult lately?
He puts his hand on his chin. He's trying to think. The dragon cult. I have heard some rumors that there were some strange cult-like people roaming around the capital city a week or two ago, I believe. But other than that, there hasn't been any big activity.
Do you know the Fate of Dawnfin?
No, I can't say I do.
That town burned.
It burned?
Yes.
From the cultists?
Yeah. They ransacked the village.
But it's such a small rural town. Why would...
There was cult activity not far from Concord. If there was ever cult activity here, that's a bit of a problem. I tell you what, if we manage to get through all this, we might need your help, as well as a few others, when we get back to Concord.
Well, I'd be happy to lend you my assistance.
All right. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that it probably ain't in the best condition right now. Especially if the cult, if the rest of the cult now knows that a commander died near there. Oh God. A commander died near... Oh God.
Audrey, check your text messages.
Oh yeah, Tessa, real quick, update on what happened while you were gone. We beat the Shadow Troop by sending them into space through Dacius's pickled tentacle. And before we could really celebrate, because we were close to the capital and, well, a gigantic void created through magic was seen just outside the capital, so the royal wizards came to check it out, and that's how we all got arrested.
Oh.
Tess, I'll be, are you bringing it up now?
Yeah.
I'll be on the
driveway.
Oh, okay.
And then now we're back in the present. We're friends with that guard that we've been taking with us. His name is Ben, and he's scared of you because of what you did. So we promise to not let Lashana get too close because he's afraid of what she might do to him. And that's where we're at right now. So Lashana wakes up and she sees that Gander has her thrown over his shoulder.
Well, why am I here?
Oh, well, actually, we were just about to try to go back in the castle, and you were still asleep. So, and he quickly puts her down because he knows what'll happen if he doesn't.
Thanks for putting me down.
You're welcome.
Oh my God, is a kid just landed on me?
So, Mariella dons her royal wizard hood. All right. Is everyone ready?
Hello?
Hello.
Okay. I've joined on my phone.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, my internet went out. It's coming back on now. How much did I miss?
What was the last thing you heard?
I tried to tell Lashana morning.
You haven't missed literally anything. Oh,
Okay.
Mariella said she put back the royal wizard robe, and she said, "Are you all ready?"
Yep. Let's go start a revolution, I guess.
All right, let's do this. And Mariella teleported them all back into the castle. Now, is Audrey back yet?
I don't think I want to hear this.
All right, so we'll just follow our group for right now. All right, so they teleport inside the castle. Mariella made sure to teleport at one of the ends of the long hallways where there aren't as many people, so they won't notice. And
Just
then,
in case.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Mariella, can I have those handcuffs back?
Yeah.
You gonna need
She pulls them out, and then looks around. Okay. So you, and he's looking at Gander. If we can get you some of our armor, then you can blend right in.
Sweet.
All right. And Ben, he kind of scopes about, and he sees the armory. So he walks over, goes inside, and he takes out a chest plate. And he tries to not make it obvious that he's just carrying around a second chest plate by trying to make it look like it's being put on top of his normal chest plate. Luckily, it doesn't seem like anyone notices. And he walks back and he gives it to Gander, and Gander swaps it out. So now he looks just like any other guard.
By the way, because Audrey's staying left, Audrey and me are playing from my phone now because I'm at her house.
Oh, all right.
You look great, Gander.
Thanks, though I don't know if that's really a compliment with all the things that they've not you, Ben, not you, but you know.
Okay. Hey, Ben. Weird question. There doesn't happen to be any kind of like spiritual folklore type stuff amongst the guards, is there?
Tries to think to himself. Well, you see, we all do share the same religion. You see, we all believe in the many gods, and we believe our abilities, and his hand glows from the same detect good and evil that Arthur had when he touched the evil rune. We believe that's where our abilities came from.
That is perfect. I love it. Hey, can you touch this paper real quick?
And he takes out the evil rune, and as Ben touches it, he immediately just like jumps back. What is that?
Yeah, we found these runes down in the wizard den thing. Written all over the walls, all over the doors. Written in documents. Written on these handcuffs.
But why? Why would they be doing this?
Well, some of the papers in the wizard's den talked about applying some of the more violent runes to the soldiers, the militia, maybe even the guards. So I'm assuming they're planning on weaponizing this stuff. And by assuming, I mean I know, because me and Mariella,
Yes.
who is a royal wizard,
Yes,
read this.
And yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like.
And I imagine this isn't. I don't imagine your gods would be okay with this stuff, would they?
No, not one bit.
So we're all on the same page. Glad to hear it.
And Ben's trying to think to himself, okay, I think I know what we can do. But first, we need to find Arthur.
Okay, yes.
Now, real quick, I gotta see, because I know somebody, and I don't know at what level, but somebody has a detect person spell.
Oh.
Now, I don't know who it is, who has it, but depending on who has it, we might be able to find him. Let me look.
Wait, what's happening?
Or wait, could that work? Locate creature? Maybe. Alright, does Dacius have? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you have Unseen Servant. I keep forgetting you have that.
Dacius calls the Shadow Realm Information Hotline.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, you can do that now if you want.
Wait,
yeah, because you leveled up.
I think I'll wait on that just because it seems like such a.
Wait, hold up. Did I look up what scrying is? Because that's one of your new spells. Scrying.
Oh, sounds fun.
Alright, let me see what scrying is. Scrying.
Make people sneeze and cry at the same time.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
Distracts and disarms them because they're really sad.
Wait a minute.
There's only 12 days left to Pride Month.
I know, which is sad. I still don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, wait. Oh, man. This would be very helpful, but it'll use pretty much all your magic if you do it, but this would actually help.
What is it?
So you basically put a sensor on anything. Any creature that is on the same plane of existence as you are.
What?
Yeah.
A sensor?
Yeah, you can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you.
God, I love how this is the sort of game where you have to specify that it's in the same plane of existence.
Yeah. Well, so you can't. So the game will not allow you to see if the Shadow Troop is actually dead because they're in space. But
well, wait, is that the same? Because it said the land in between the stars.
That's true. I'm just gonna say no, just because I think at least
that would be too.
Yeah, I think the characters
easy.
would at least. Yeah, I think the characters would at least perceive that as a different plane.
Well, okay, and how much if they're in fucking space? How much is that really gonna help if they're alive?
That's true.
Seeing nothing and hearing nothing.
That's true. They're stuck with the strange tentacle Cthulhu creature. So
well, I don't know if I want to see and hear what they're going through.
Yeah, that's very true.
Dacius will just hope they're dead.
Yeah.
Not even for his own sake, but for theirs.
Yeah, so
I don't think I'm gonna use it. I think I'm gonna use reasoning or something.
Okay, all right, but yeah, that was an option. I'll see if Gander can use detect creature to find him, because it says detect creature, not detect person. But I'm going to see, because if he can, then that would help greatly.
Bro.
Grease! I forgot there was a spell just called Grease.
Grease.
Yes. Slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot. Yes! Who could do that? When the grease appears, each creature standing in its area must succeed on a dexterity.
Yeah.
It's treating it like it's some sort of almighty creature once it appears.
I just love how casually it has to be on the same plane of existence is mentioned, but when the grease appears.
Yeah. When the grease appears, a creature that enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed on a dexterity. Okay, it's pretty much they'll fall if they.
I'm just imagining you're a really high level, and every turn you just keep doing that.
Wait, keep falling in the grease or keep casting grease?
Keep casting grease.
Yeah, it's like the final boss is like the almighty demon lord.
Fails on a dexterity check, falls down a flight of stairs.
Yes.
That's what should happen if you roll a 20 with grease. Scares.
Yeah, takes 1d20 damage from the grease.
20d1.
Yeah.
It's a 20 stairs. You have to roll. You can't roll a one-sided dice.
20d4 there.
There. You have to roll. Imagine how much that would suck as a DM to have 24-sided die, roll them all at once, and then count.
Just for grease, just because your mage or whatever class has this decided to put grease on the ground.
And you have to do it for all of the things affected by it.
So it's
ADD4s.
It's like that one. It's like that one D&D meme where it's you see the dragon before you. What do? I seduce the dragon.
Yeah.
And the DM just kind of looks like, what the hell are you? Okay.
I think at this point, a DM that's. I'm pretty sure that's expected of bards. If you don't seduce the dragon, they'll look at you funny.
Yeah, it's like, but you could just seduce the dragon, though.
Yeah, but are you sure you're not forgetting something?
Yeah, you have the song spell called seduce.
and there's a dragon in the same room as you.
Yeah,
I mean, look at it. You can't, but like, imagine it. It's hot.
Do you not want to recreate Shrek?
It's like ripped from the fucking 5,000th page. Whenever you look up E621, look up E6 Dragon on E621. Like, it's great, I promise.
Oh, well, that's why I couldn't find the spell. I was looking for detect creature, but that's not a spell. It's a locate creature. Oh, gee.
Okay, yeah, detect. I like the idea that if you use that, it tells you that you're alive or something.
Yeah.
Or it just says, there is a creature nearby. It's you.
Okay, I mean, it just says creature. It doesn't say it has to be, or it can't be a human.
All right.
So, all right. Okay, yes, it does say, it does work on a human. So, yes.
All right. Well, Gander?
Wait. Hang on, I'm sorry. What? Hold up. Oh. Okay. That is a very weird caveat for the spell. But I guess it's fine. It doesn't really apply.
What is the caveat?
The caveat is it doesn't work if there is running water 10 feet between you and the person you're trying to locate.
So if it's still water, it's fine.
Yeah.
If it's like running lava, it's fine.
I guess so, yeah. It just said water.
That's
so specific.
Yeah, like
I guess that means if they're by a river or something, you can't find them. I guess
they're hiding behind a fountain or something.
I guess
getting a drink from a water fountain.
I guess that's so weird.
If they're drinking water, does that count as running water between you and them?
I don't know. I guess technically.
It's like a secret wizard's trick to avoid getting detected by all spells.
Yeah,
drink water.
Yeah, just bring
dump water all over yourself.
Oh, it's running.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't find me now.
That's dancing right in front of them.
No, I'm gonna say that in universe, that is how the royal wizards didn't find Athena, or not Athena, Mariella. They didn't find Mariella when she ran off. She put running water.
She jumped in a river.
Yes. I'm sure there's more of them here. No, I can't detect any of them. Unless they hid in water.
I hate water.
Damn that water. We should just destroy it.
Yeah. That would be such a great BS campaign thing.
Yes.
The royal wizards try to cancel water.
Yes. Okay. For BS campaign 2, we'll have to keep that in mind. Anyway, back onto the actual plot. Gander decides to use locate creature to try to find Arthur. And as he pictures Arthur in his head... Oh, wait, did he actually meet Arthur? Wait a minute. No, he didn't. It was only Dacius and Darrell. Uh-oh. Didn't think that one through. Okay. So Gander, he looks at Dacius and at Ben. All right, I do have a spell that we could use to find him, but I'm going to need you both to describe exactly what he looks like.
Okay.
Well, he's kind of short, considering, well, he's fairly young. Short. Did I give him brown hair? I think I gave him brown hair.
Probably.
I'll just say I gave him brown hair. Short, brown hair. There's really not much to him other than that.
He's young. He's young.
All right, I'm gonna roll. I'm just imagining Lashana's just kind of yawning in the back.
Yeah.
Just like, I want to kill things. Oh, wow. All right.
I do.
So-
I want to stab things.
Just wait a little longer, please.
How much longer?
So Gander attempts to make this image in his head. Now, luckily, due to all the guards wearing the same chest plate, he was able to picture that clearly. He was not able to locate Arthur specifically. At least he's not sure, but he did locate a guard who was quickly on the move, who seemed to be going towards the royal wizard room.
All right, what do you see?
I'm not sure if it's him, but one of the guards is going towards the royal wizard room.
If it's not him, that means it might have worked.
And if it is him, that means he's probably gonna die.
Yeah, that's... Fuck!
Okay, calm down. Okay, look. Put on the handcuffs.
And she took out a pair for Lashana.
Okay, just please wear these. Just for now.
I want to, like, put my hood up. 'Cause, like, I don't want any of the guards to, just in case I need to persuade people of things.
Right. So Dacius does this, and Lashana complies. So I want to think that what she does is she tries to take her dagger and like stab the handcuffs so that the like magic draining is gone, since they have the runes on them. So that's what she does, and she gets to stab something. She stabs the handcuffs, and
she only stabbed hers, right?
Yes, she only stabbed hers. So, and she can move out of them on her own if she wants to, because the runes are also connected to like their latching mechanism. So they follow Gander as he is leading the way. And due to just his stature and the way he walks, he looks just like one of these guards. And they all kind of, I imagine everyone just starts to wonder if things were different, if Gander would have ended up being a guard of the castle.
Man, you remind me of a mercenary I met during one of my transport jobs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't remember his name. Despite being a mercenary, he was pretty religious and generally a good person. I don't think he's still alive anymore, but that's not the part that you remind me of.
Well, he sounds like a good man.
I think he was. Most of the time I was drunk, so I don't remember exactly what he was like. But
And as they had this conversation, they made it to the room. And luckily enough, it was Arthur that they found. However, he's standing outside of the door, and he's looking incredibly nervous. And he seems to be alone.
hey, Arthur.
And he turns around. Dacius, Ben, is that you? Arthur, listen, we have to talk. There's not enough time. We have to stop the royal wizards. I know, but you can't do it alone.
If you do, they'll kill you.
But
Arthur, listen. If having more people with you is gonna make all this more possible.
Yeah.
At
But
this, your bravery is admirable, but
I tried telling them, convincing them, but none of them would believe me. I thought maybe if I could go in and take more of those papers, maybe I could convince them then.
you have any friends, Arthur?
I have a few, I think. I don't know if they really see me as their friend, but there are a couple guards I hang around with.
I might make a visit to the armory. Well,
And Ben steps forward. Listen, I have a plan. If we can get all the guards together and we can show them those papers, the ones that Dacius has, then they'll have to believe. Our gods would not allow this. You know
Right.
that.
who's the most trusted, best guard around?
Hold up. I gotta see.
He's got to look. Yep.
Well, probably Carden, the warden.
Oh,
He is, well, the one that we all sort of look up to. After all, he is the one who deals with the criminals directly.
well,
This is going to be harder than we thought.
still, if we could get the warden with us. I mean, we'd basically be able to get everyone else. I mean, the warden seemed pretty fucking mean, but that kind of helps. He also doesn't seem like the kind of person to just to believe anything. We can get him to believe this. It would make it all seem a lot more, serious and real.
I'm sure as soon as we show him those papers, then he can't deny it.
Okay, where would he be right about now?
I believe he'd be going up to the king's chambers.
Now that's a problem.
Maybe if I could sneak in. After all, the royal wizards do see the king often to give their reports. So if I could sneak in and try to convince him myself.
What? Actually, Mariella, what might be a better idea is if you can bring him back to us.
Okay.
Because you might be a royal wizard, but having those extra people around, more people to confirm this, I think it'd help.
Yeah, that's true.
And
okay.
If for whatever reason he doesn't believe you, that would be a pretty bad thing to happen in the king's chambers.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So I'll go get him, but where will you all go?
If we take them to the armory, then we can convince everyone who's in there. And if you bring the warden there, we can convince him and gather all the other guards.
You're speaking my language. Well, aside from English. Or common speak. What is it called?
It is called common speak, but it's okay if you just call it English. I mean, that's what it is.
You're speaking my second language. Actually, that might be like 3 words in like deep speech. That's besides the point.
Then, let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Let's fucking go.
Mariella teleports away, and the rest start going to the armory. Now, we switch over to Athena, Durrell, and Sigmund as they are walking through the capital city. Now, Durrell is back in his human form, as he told Athena, just walking around as a demon, that would get them all unwanted attention. And the actual city was, well, fairly calm. It was seemingly a normal city. There were a lot of buildings, a lot of shops darted all about. Many high-class looking people walking through, all humans, of course. There were some that were wearing hoods to cover themselves, and, well, these were most likely the non-humans who were just trying to stay alive here. This place hasn't changed a bit.
No, it hasn't.
And they continue walking down the main road as they are trying to get to the large fountain in the middle of the city, which was created, of course, to celebrate the royal family. However, as they are just about to approach, Jarrell looks over to the side and he stops. Is it just me, or are they not supposed to be here? As Athena and Sigmund look to see what he was looking at, they saw figures that did appear to be human, but they were wearing robes, specifically the robes that the dragon cult were wearing.
Oh.
Oh. No, fuck. Sigmund.
I know. We gotta deal with them. Right now.
Now? Just us three?
Well, it's either we deal with them now, or we wait until whatever they're doing happens.
I guess we deal with them now.
And they walk over towards the cultists. Now, the cultists were going into one of the alleys. And as the three follow, they see that the cultists appear to have papers in their hand. And they could hear some of their conversation. Do you think that these will actually work? Well, of course they'll work. These are what we need. This was our deal with the Royal. Now, come on. We need to get this back to base.
Where's your base at?
And they turn. You. Oh, we know about you.
Me?
Yeah, you. You fought our commanders multiple times.
Is that supposed to be a problem?
That means, and a firebolt appears in his hand. We have to deal with you.
That's very inconsiderate because, our whole plan was to come over here and deal with you guys. But, I think it would be very kind of you if you just, let us deal with you.
And the man, he seems to sort of morph the firebolt in his hand in a way to where it sort of goes around his fingers. He looks at the paper and he plunges one of his fingers into his chest and he draws seemingly what is on the paper. And as they see what he draws, they realize that's one of the runes. Specifically, that's the rune that creates those bombs, those human magic bombs. He carved it right into his own chest.
Hell.
And the one cultist even kind of looked afraid. Are you sure you should be doing that? Of course I'm sure. This is meant to improve us, make us stronger.
Right. Hope you know, y'all are just gonna end up dying in the end.
Shut up! And he fires a firebolt, but it was a large firebolt.
I honestly agree with the cultist here.
Fuck you, Gavin.
You know what? I'll keep my mouth shut.
It was a firebolt that was actually big enough to hit all three at once. Now,
Ow.
Sigmund of course, he took his shield and he tried to block it. And as it hit his shield, it started pushing him back. He couldn't hold it back much longer. So what does Athena want to do in this situation?
Does wind or something, to try to fight it back, to try to force it back?
That is actually interesting. Let me look.
That's a good idea.
I think you should have a wind spell somewhere.
Sweet.
Let me see. You have magic missile.
I don't remember what that does.
I think it's just it shoots. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I think it's just you create mini missiles created out of magic.
Oh.
I think. I could be wrong. Ooh, that's something you could probably use.
I can't wait for the magic Katyusha.
It's counter spell.
Oh.
Yeah, let me see what that does just to make sure. Let me see. No. I mean, yeah, I think you can also dispel magic, but where's the fun in that? You want to counter it. No, not Crusader's Mantle. I don't even know what that is. It sounds like it would be something that Gander has.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Creation. One of the... Doesn't that just make you... Okay, it doesn't let you just create anything. That's boring. Okay, where is it? No, not control the weather. You don't want to do that.
I would love to control the weather.
Okay, here we go. You attempt to interrupt the creature, the process of casting. Okay, if the creature of 3rd level or lower, its spell fails. Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. So, yeah, if you use counterspell, it will just eliminate this gigantic firebolt.
Okay, just use counterspell or dispel magic, whatever one.
No, you use counterspell. That one's. I think that one uses less magic anyway. All right, so Athena uses counterspell, which just immediately makes the firebolt disappear. What? And Sigmund rushes up to attack, and he stabs the cultist. However,
no,
he feels some force starting to push back, and he starts to dash away from the cultist with the sword still lodged in him. And as Sigmund just gets back to Athena and Darrell, the cultist explodes.
Oh.
A full magic explosion that also takes out the other cultist. It also leaves a hole in the one wall of the alleyway.
Like I said, they're all gonna die anyway.
And Sigmund was not happy.
Sig, do you need a sword? I mean, I have a sickle you can use.
He walks over and he does pick up his sword. It seems fairly okay, so he decides to keep it with him. But he walks back.
You can have my sickle if you need it.
That's not what I'm concerned about. They're planning on using this on our soldiers.
Yeah, I know.
We have to stop this now.
No, I was expecting us to, just let everything slide.
Oh my god.
Sorry. I shouldn't be so harsh. It's not your fault.
Sigmund
Athena-
was about to say something, but he stops and he just walks out of the alleyway.
No response.
Oh my
response.
god. Oh, I thought that's what Athena actually said.
Oh, did she? Is that what she actually... What?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was about to be like, Jesus Christ. Like, this man is fearing for the lives of his comrades, and you're just like, oh, so you're not going to say anything?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
Classy. I know.
So, they all walk out of the alley. But here, does Athena want to question Darrell about why he didn't even attempt to do anything
Yes.
during that? Okay. So,
Darrell?
yeah.
So, like, that mini battle or whatever, why didn't you attack?
Well, see, in the human form, unless I use my blood magic, which I can't do, I'm basically useless.
Do you need a weapon? Like a dagger? Like,
he looks at all of her daggers. I guess one wouldn't be bad to have on hand.
here.
And she hands it to him, and he takes it, and he looks around to see if anyone was watching, and he puts a little bit of blood magic in the dagger just to make it a nicer red shade. And he kind of flips it up in the air and grabs it again. Much better.
Now you have some type of protection. And if at any point, like, you need, like, help taking off, like, well, I don't know. Never mind. Sig, where are we going?
We're trying to find that abandoned house.
Yeah, I think it's 2 blocks down. And it should be on the left.
They follow Athena's directions, and sure enough, her memory was correct. They found the old abandoned home, which still looked to be in the same state of disrepair as it was all those years ago.
Sig, I think you should go in first. I'll follow behind, and Darrell's last.
And he nods. He walks over to the door, and he opens. He looks around. He doesn't see anyone in the doorway. He sees that the floorboards seem to be more rickety than they used to be, but of course, I mean, years of deterioration will do that. He's walking through, and he makes it to the living room, and in here, he does gladly find Grom and Jellica. At first, they seem shocked because they didn't think anyone would actually look for them here. But then when they notice it's Sigmund, they rush over to him. Jellica leaps at him, and Grom just kind of looks happy.
You came back! I thought maybe, you know.
I'm fine, mostly. And then Athena walks in.
Jellica, we all survived, and we have a surprise for you.
That's good.
And then Darrell slowly enters the room. And once he sees Jellica, he slowly stops. He's not sure what he should say. He hasn't seen her in years. He's not even sure if she even remembers him. But he does his best. Hey, it's been a long time.
Has it?
Your original form.
And Darrell, yeah, right. And he transforms into his demon form. Now, to everyone else, the demons all kind of look the same. They all have the same basic features. The horns might be a little different. The wingspan might vary, but they basically all look the same. But somehow, Jellica's eyes lit up, and she allowed herself to become her tiefling form.
Father.
And she leaped up to him, gives him a big ol' hug, and he's shocked. It's nice to see you again. And he hugs her back, and they hug for a few minutes before Darrell eventually lets go. Listen, I know we just met up again, but we really need your help. And Sigmund, he kind of walks in the middle of the room. All right. There are some very, very bad things going on at the castle, and we need your help. We need to take our kingdom back.
Jellica, not to be
Rom nodded, and Jellica did as well.
We'll help. You know we will.
Thank you. And with that, they all begin to leave the abandoned house. No more had to really be said. And once they left, and Jellica and Darrell donned their human disguises once more, they started making their way back to the castle. And that is where this session shall end.
It's revolution time, baby.
Oh, it's getting there.
I need like the Duke Nukem like bit crushing thing for my voice.
Oh yeah.
It's revolution time, baby.
No. No. We'll keep your voice the same.
I'm trying to think of it's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum and I'm all out of gum, but like D&D version.
I don't know. It's time to kick ass and drink mead, and I'm all out of mead.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, but yes, that was cool. I had some variation on how the killing off the Shadow Troop was going to go. I guess my initial idea was they would get into the city of the capital
Right.
and start their plan, but as the Shadow Troop members were like doing their stuff, our group would take each member out one by one
Well, that is their fear.
until one was the only one left, and then we would fight him. Most likely wouldn't win, but then the guards and the royal wizards would show up and they would just kill him, and then they would capture us.
See, the problem with that idea is Athena.
Wait, what about Athena?
What do you mean, what about Athena?
What do you mean?
Not like
Come on,
a
be more
specific thing about Athena. It's just Athena.
I mean, you're right. I'm just saying, like, before like this session, how I was imagining it was going to go. I didn't know Athena was just gonna immediately antagonize. Them.
Literally, like blow our cover immediately.
Yeah, exactly. What I was thinking was going to happen, or what I was planning on doing, was I was going to actually kind of have the other Shadow Troop members interact with the group before they went into the city, so we could learn more about them and figure out, hey, yes, they are the most deadly assassins in the kingdom, and they're all kind of terrible people because they murder a lot, but they also have pasts where this is kind of the only thing they could do. But it didn't happen.
Yeah, because
I mean, I like how this turned out, though.
Yeah, I can't believe that Athena like immediately blew our cover, just straight up saying like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna kill you anyways."
Yeah, I hate you. So
and then tried desperately to like convince them that that's not literally what she just said.
Oh yeah, I'm just being stupid.
I mean, we want to kill you and we hate you with a passion. That doesn't mean we're going to do anything. Don't get any crazy ideas here.
Yeah, don't get any crazy ideas because I said that we want you dead. That we want you dead. I mean, no.
It was a slip.
Yeah, just a bit, just to go along with Athena's, other.
I do like that I got the chance to banish most of them to the Shadow Realm.
Yes,
just because I feel like it's fitting.
I like that for multiple reasons. One, because I think that was just like a fitting way to use that because, one, they are insanely powerful, but it's also, they've been bugging Dacius throughout the campaign. It's something, especially at the beginning, where he had that whole emotional breakdown about it, where it's been troubling him a lot. So,
but also like him getting those abilities to begin with is the only reason he managed to escape.
Exactly. So it was fitting.
In a way, those abilities were the way he escaped them the second time around as well.
Yeah, it was very fitting. But I also like it because, that is a pretty powerful ability. So I'm glad it's been used so that now, we can, for like future battles, considering there's probably going to be a battle soon. Just throwing that out there.
Hopefully it's like a big battle where it's not just us getting our teeth kicked in.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, I know. Well, I don't know how this battle is going to go, but it's not going to be like season 1 battles where the bosses were the most powerful beings ever, and they were just super, because I think at this point in like the story, it makes sense for the group to have some easy wins, especially since they leveled up through the flashback, because they haven't fought this whole time. Like, Athena is the only one who's actually fought anybody just now.
Yeah, because she's fucking Athena.
And she...
You of Athena.
Yeah, well, okay, in this case, she gets a pass because, at the very least, that was warranted. They were cultists.
Yeah, and they were trying to use those, the runes.
Still, though, I still agree with the cultist on that one.
And what when he said shut up?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all right, let's all be honest here. She was pretty rude after that fight was over.
Well, yeah.
Like, you know, maybe the cultist really did know it would kill him.
he was just hoping that it would take her out too.
Can you blame him? I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can have a redemption arc. It's possible. It's just she keeps like, I don't know.
Yeah,
everything is still backhanded.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I feel like she's similar to a Disgaea character where they're jerks. They're jerks for pretty much the entire time, but their redemption arc is, hey, I care about you, so I won't let you die, and I'll be sad if something happens to you. I'm still going to be a jerk, but I care about you, so that's something.
I think at the very least, like, I'm not genuinely concerned about Athena, like, wiping our group.
Oh yeah, no,
or at least trying to, like.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, you say that, and
yeah, you say it like that, and it kind of makes me concerned. But I think at least at this point, Athena's character, when she like makes those like threats to the party and stuff, it's more of just her just being Athena, not actually meaning them.
Exactly.
Yeah, unlike the last campaign, where a lot of times it did really feel like she was like, whose fucking side are you on?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure during while they were in the hive, she almost got like Dacius fucking absolutely murdered.
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
She almost blew his cover, and he got looked at by all of the wyvern hornets in the room.
Yes. Good times.
Yeah, if Dacius weren't like the luckiest bastard ever, it wouldn't be Dacius having a piece of Paul. It would be Paul having a piece of Dacius.
He really is the luckiest character, just in terms of all the shit that he's had to go through and that he's survived.
You know, I do think it is kind of fitting and hilarious that one of the characters most accepting of death and dying has like been given so many opportunities where it's like, you should have died.
Yeah, but no, he scrapes by through his non-existent teeth.
Yeah, his man.
Yeah, Dacius doesn't. Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, like I remember in his I always imagine him visually. He has like 4 arms and all that.
Yeah, that's how I imagine him too.
I don't like to because there were a couple situations where I feel that would have been useful. I don't really like to use that because no one else has 4 arms.
Yeah.
It seems a bit cheesy sometimes.
I
but
think we did in season 1. We did use his
Yeah.
multiple arms at one point, but it wasn't for anything big.
Yeah, because it was for
Like-
I think Athena kept giving him stuff to hold.
I think like the main reason that I've never really used them is because I don't think it was ever like officially established like as a part of his character and race that he has an extra set of arms that he can use. It's like it was implied, but
Yeah, that's
You know,
true. Yeah.
it was never put out there. And I'd rather just stick with it because it's not that much of a bummer.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really gonna like change anything.
But
Like the only thing that you could maybe say is him having 4 arms would give him that other characters wouldn't have is he could possibly use 2 spells at once because he can use one set of arms for a spell.
Well, 'cause-
But I'm not, it's
Yeah.
just
Well, because I was thinking of ridiculous shit before, and I was like, he could do some more sneaky shit in hand-to-hand combat. But also, I was
That would
sitting
be
there imagining
that would be fun.
him holding 4 daggers, like fucking medieval General Grievous. Like,
He starts doing the spin attack with the 2 on his bottom set of arms
yeah.
as he just starts walking menacingly forward.
Or he could, like, use, like, 2 bows at the same time or something. But then I was like, but then I'd have to come up with then we'd have to come up with something to balance that. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
his arms are really brittle or something. Which,
Exactly. Well, I mean, that's already been established.
Yeah,
To be fair,
but
I think we've done a decent job where he has them, but they don't actually like offer him anything really.
I like the idea that like the only times that it's going to become like relevant is like whenever he's drinking alcohol or something, drinks like 4 at the same time.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's Dacius. He's done it. Like I don't even have to
Yeah.
say he's probably done it. He's done it.
Yeah, probably had a couple other people help. He might
wow.
not have,
Probably.
he might not have felt good the next morning, but
Hey,
he felt good in the moment.
Yeah, he's all right with it.
Yeah.
So before we end today, because I keep thinking about Starfinder.
I'm so fucking excited for that.
I just wanted to see if you guys had any ideas for your characters or stuff you want.
I think I'm going to. Can I still make Artemis a sorceress?
Yes, I believe there is a class which is basically sorceress. I think it was a technomancer, I think. Here, let me look, actually. I can pull up the rule book. But yeah, a technomancer is basically like a sorceress, but instead of like actual magic, they use like nanomachines. So it looks like magic and acts like magic, but it's actually just a bunch of tiny robots. So let me look here. I guess I can also tell you all the races you can. Well, not all of them, because there's a ton. And if you want to make your own, that's perfectly fine, because there's a billion.
A billion.
There's a ton. Like almost all the enemies in the game, like in the enemy books, they have sections where it's like, oh, by the way, if you want to play as this enemy, you can.
Oh.
All right. So let me look at all of the different classes to see which one you think Artemis should be.
I love the name Artemis.
Okay, here we go. All right, so you can be an envoy. The envoy uses their personal magnetism and intelligence to help their allies and baffle their enemies, often in the service of negotiation or politics. Oh boy.
It's like something I actually want to do with my life.
Oh wow, politics.
Okay, this is probably what you want. The Mystic. The Mystic magically channels the energy connecting all things, often through a focus on the divine or intuitive understanding of biological systems.
I want the first one.
Okay, you want the first? All right.
I can be a politician.
Oh, and here's the official description of the Technomancer, if you'd like to hear. The Technomancer understands the connections between technology and magic and exploits them by bending reality to suit their needs.
Because that doesn't sound like something Athena would need. It's going to be different. Artemis is going to be sweet.
Aw.
Please don't on me.
Let me see everything with the So you still want to be the envoy?
Yeah.
All right, the politician. Oh, here's here's a basic description of what envoys typically are. You make your way in the universe with a charming smile, quick wit, and keen sense of self-preservation, and excel at getting others to do what you want. You might be a trickster, hustler, or con artist, or you might serve as an actor, ambassador, or business person, paving the way for negotiation through kind words or the occasional dirty trick. You are often the group's strategist, using your quick wit and tactical acumen to push your friends to greater heights. You may also be skilled in diplomacy, serving as the face for a starship crew, talking your way into restricted systems, or gaining audiences with local politicians or warlords.
Yes.
And of course, your charisma is going to be your main thing.
That's amazing.
What else do you get? This.
I want Artemis to be a human.
Yeah, let me get to the races, because at least the base races, because again, there's a lot. Oh yeah, there's a rat race, I forgot. You can be...
I'm not being a rat.
Okay, yes, you can be a human. If you want to be a human, you can be a human. You can also be an android, which, I mean, should be pretty easy. They're robots, but they look just like humans. Humans, which are humans. You can be a Kasatha, which is like a... how do I describe it? They have like dome-shaped heads, and they have 4 arms.
Can I be an android?
Yes, you could.
Artemis wants to be an android.
Oh, you can also be a Lashunta, which is pretty much a human, but they have like antennas on their heads, and they have psychic powers.
Android, because androids are smart.
Right.
Oh my god, wasn't Caleb a Skittermander?
Yes.
This thing looks fucking gross. It's got a stomach mouth.
Oh.
like a stomach leech mouth thing.
Yes, he was a Skittermander.
Space Goblin.
And he had the and he gave it the goofball voice.
Yeah, I'm looking at some fucking player racist thing I found online, and I was looking for that one jellyfish looking race thing, and I found a different funky one. I don't know if this is actually like in the game. The Astrozoan.
Here, let me look. I gotta get the alien archive, but yeah, let me look.
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Correct. We can play again.
Yes, I will be able to. I'll be home.
All right, Tessa, can you play tomorrow?
I should be able to, as far as I know.
All right, cool. All right, so you said it could be a race that is in a newer alien archive, because they have like 3 of them. So
Yeah, if it helps at all, in this thing that I'm looking at, it's under a category called Packed Worlds.
yeah, that's just what like the that might be in the Packed Worlds book, maybe, because the Packed Worlds are what like the planets are called.
Alien Archive 4 or something.
I forgot how weird some of these creatures looked.
Because this thing, it just looks like a blob with 6 tentacle legs, and it's like a flesh blob with 6 tentacle legs and eyes. And what's funny is it's just like holding an like a laser assault rifle, and it's like,
that's great. So I found the little brain guy. Remember little brain guy? He just has a giant brain and this tiny little body.
I do not.
He's called the Contemplative. If you want
Okay,
to,
yes, I remember.
If you want to look up little brain guy. Oh yeah, drows are a race again. So I don't know, Tessa, if you want to reincarnate Lashana into a new being with new dark powers, because they do have new powers.
The Barathu or something. These were the ones native to the gas giant Retheta, resembling floating tentacled brains.
Oh, is that the Barathu? That's what you want?
Maybe. I just remembered that was the one you showed me.
Yes, this one, that one is in this book. I'm just imagining that thing being like a criminal. like how do you arrest? Like, do they have like special handcuffs, or I guess tentacle cuffs?
They have a whole body cage or something.
Yeah.
Okay. They can adapt their bodies at will, gaining more powerful options as they mature. They can split off some of their composite beings, usually to serve as representatives. They can combine into larger beings that have their own intelligence.
Ooh.
Living gas bag. They vaguely resemble something like a giant jellyfish or sea squirt, with no discernible external features save for long, trailing tentacles, and filled with the most part lighter than air gases that allow them to float through the endless skies of their gas giant homeworld.
I like how gray aliens, just gray aliens, are a race that you can be. They're just called grays. There's nothing unique. Oh, monkey people. I like how they just make races that are just like animal people. Like they have bull and cow people. I think they had like deer people in one of the later Alien Archives, or like goat people or something. We have the Oma, the giant space whale.
I'm sorry, what?
There's a giant space whale. You can't be the giant space whale, but it's a thing.
Damn. Giant space whale deselect.
Yeah, it's
in handcuffs.
It says Oma are vast creatures, often called space whales, that travel endlessly through the inky void. They magically project electromagnetic fields that shield them from the effects of the vacuum, as well as from the particulate rings, I guess that's how you say that, and dense atmospheres of the gas giants in which they usually feed. So, yeah, we're probably going to have to fight one of those things, if you know me. Oh, the reptoids! They're just called reptoids.
Yeah.
I forgot. They were just called reptoids.
Hortus.
Okay, why are the Aracaran, is that how you say their name? Why are these things not a playable race?
What are they?
They're like weird. I don't even know how to describe them. They're like weird not bug things. Like they have a king. He wears a crown. I don't know. Like the normal ones just look like freaky bug alien things. But then there's also just their king who just has a crown because I don't know. Alright, what else? What else we got here? What is this thing?
Question.
What?
Is Pixel Sunshine our one account?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go back. I deleted it.
Oh.
Well, I got mad and I deleted it.
Mad about what?
What happened at the beginning of the month?
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go. There's Caleb's chocolate chunker wunker bunker monster.
There it is.
Uplifted bear. The description on here just starts with, it's a bear. Originally a non-sentient creature given self-awareness and cognitive ability.
Okay, the Urog. That's what
Yeah.
Deselect used to be.
Well, that might still be what he is. I'm trying to figure out, like, what I want to do with him.
And the Verthani is what Cybrix used to be, and I'm thinking that's what he still is. A Void Hag. you Void Hag.
I like the Brinuri. It's just a dog in a fucking coat.
What is that? Is that like a praying mantis person?
I'm sorry, what?
It's the Rick Ricci, but it's WRIK.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
These guys.
Yeah, they're like praying mantis people.
Ocean dwellers. Use hormone supplements to keep their chitinous summer shells year-round. What?
Boy.
Why is that, like, the most important thing about them? That they use hormone supplements to keep their shells the same color.
Well, I mean, gotta have a reason to be horny, I guess.
Oh my god. They're very reminiscent of the prawns from District 9. Super not drowning skills. They can breathe underwater and on land.
Well, that's good.
The voiceless. Their bodies were meant to function in an aquatic environment, including their vocal systems. They need specialized masks to adapt their voices to tones and volumes audible in air.
Huh.
Ew.
I'm just imagining if one of their masks, like Artemis is trying to have a political talk with like the leader of their planet, and the leader's like communication mask comes off, and they just go "Durr!" like a fish out of water. "Durr!"
The Embry. Oh my god.
It's the Embry.
It doesn't have anything written. It just says type, aberration, size, medium. It looks like a fucking void monster, and that would be perfect.
Could you send a picture? Or could you send like a link to what you're looking at?
I'm gonna try and look it up to see if I can find.
Yeah, because I got to see this thing.
Embry. Wow. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw something about hell. What?
What?
A fiefdom of hell.
Oh, so hell is the thing.
Hold on.
Starfinder, that's good.
Okay, don't show this again. The Embry are highly evolved mollusks with an exceptionally rigid social order. Every Embry knows its place among the hierarchy of Embry society and performs the duties of its station without complaint. The society's few rebels or freethinkers, when discovered, are exiled or executed. This rigid order has allowed Embry society to excel in technological and magical development, although outsiders view Embry creations as soulless or downright gruesome.
Oh.
Their vast, fiery factory forges ring with the rhythmic clang of machinery, and blood-fueled vermicular vessels heave across their world with peristaltic contractions. Embry evolved from aquatic ancestors long ago, and their 4 strong limbs have sharp claws at the end, allowing them to walk upright on land. Okay, why did it say they were fucking aberrations?
I don't know.
Standard racial traits, masked emotions. An Embry loses its immunity to charm effects to saving when it isn't wearing a mask over its face. In addition, while unmasked, it must roll twice for any sense motive check. Shielded thoughts. Embry are immune to magical charm effects and receive a +2 racial bonus to saving throws against enchantment spells effects. Hold on.
Damn.
Culturally, Embry long ago mastered social conditioning to eliminate all displays of emotion. They consider expressiveness to be barbaric, and the occasional Embry who shows feelings openly is considered primitive and dangerous. As a side effect of keeping their own feelings in check, Embry easily pick up on signs of emotions. To prevent inadvertent displays of emotion, Embry wear ornate masks. These masks also denote social standing, civic responsibilities, and other designators that allow Embry to immediately assess one another by sight. Embry wear their masks at all times, even when sleeping, and to be without a mask is a profound embarrassment. It evidences a gross exposure of an Embry's thoughts and feelings, rendering it unable to effectively protect its own emotions and too distracted to effectively read the expressions of others.
Wow.
Embry have a highly developed brain sac at the top of their heads, and their faces consist of 2 small, closely set eyes above a slit that functions as a combination of nose and ears. They exhale from this orifice to produce a whistling speech. Embry mouths are used solely for eating and are tucked away on the underside of their bodies. Embry consider eating a private, embarrassing function, and they are repulsed at how openly and communally other races eat. young Embry are raised in institutional academies where they're trained to be diligent and compliant and are rewarded for informing on classmates who demonstrate deviant thinking or anomalous independence.
So, are you going to be it?
This is back to the claws thing, because I've been reading this in a very fucking disconnected fashion. These claws have significant flexibility, so Embry can use tools and weapons. The average Embry is 4 feet tall with a trailing tail that's slightly longer, and most weigh about around 200 pounds. Embry reproduce asexually, and while they once would bud young based on the seasons of their homeworld, budding is now rigidly controlled by Embry bureaucracy and allowed only on schedules sent by the office of their spawning administrator.
Well,
I
then.
can see an Embry being a criminal in another fucking race's.
Oh, of course. Of course, especially if it's like, well, because they said like he would have to be a rebel, right?
Yeah.
So I think it would make a lot of sense for him to be a criminal, because like he wouldn't know how normal society works. He'd only be familiar with the Embry society.
I'm trying to find. That's a very low quality image. I don't want to use that. Copy image.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird looking. I mean, it looks cool. I like the mask. The mask looks awesome, but
like I feel like I would hate what it looked like without the mask, though.
Oh, of course. I mean, just look at the rest of it.
Yeah. Like
whatever that mask is hiding, it
should probably keep
stay.
hiding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
What does that text say, though? Desires are disruption, that repression and societal scripting. Embroy is a fiefdom of hell. Is that from like the book or something? The scientists overseeing the projects have discovered the existence of some previously unknown alien ruins situated in the planet's most remote corners. As various factions scramble to mount their own archaeological expeditions, the project's investors have already begun some early exploratory forays into the ruins. Ever eager for new opportunities to turn a profit, the investors are spinning myriad plans for incorporating the ancient ruins into the planet's future holiday amenities.
So maybe, so maybe, because wasn't there, I don't know, I could just be completely making this up, but because it said they were supposed to be like mollusks, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there like, I don't know if it's in like some religion or some folklore thing, but like mollusks are like connected with demons or something. So maybe like
I need to find what that is from.
I know. I need to if I get one of the other alien archives before
okay.
Actually
History. When the first Embry evolved and moved onto land, just intelligent enough to cry of rage and wield coral spears, they came into conflict with the Yedins, who had already built their own terrestrial society. The warlike Embry soon conquered the Yedins and adapted their technology. The Embry were conquered by the male branch before the onset of the Gap in the name of Asmodeus and Hell.
Oh.
Okay. They are aberrations, I guess. I don't know what the fuck that means. And I guess that's the reason that their society is like that. They were literally conquered in the name of hell.
Yeah, I suppose so.
But like I love how it gives no other explanation. Like, yeah, they were just conquered by hell. No explanation as to how or why. It just happened, I guess.
I think that would be interesting and that would make sense because you want Deselect to be like intelligent and kind of act like he knows everything, which if he is an Embry, it would make sense why he would think that.
The thing is, to a degree, like, if he was an Embry, it would make sense for him to be a bit more of a stuck-up asshole.
Yes.
The Erogs, though, they're a lot more, like, the Embrys, they seem to find, like, displays of emotion, like, disgusting or disgraceful.
Well, again, remember what they said about the rebels, because you would have to be a rebel. They don't believe that emotions are, like, bad, but I would imagine if you decide to have Deselect be an Embry, it's not that he doesn't like emotions and he thinks they're bad. I think it's just he doesn't understand them.
Yeah.
Because the Embry denounce them. They're like, no, these are primitive things. So I think he wants to understand emotions, but he just doesn't really know how.
I might be pushing it here. If Deselect is an Embry, please, for the love of God, can the mask just be a part of the creature?
Yeah, yeah.
Because
that's actually, if you want, we could try to come up with some. Again, if you choose him to be an Embry, we could have some plot explanation. Unless you just want all Embry to have the masks just as part of them. Because, I mean, we could do that. It's a very simple change.
Yeah, because I just think they'd look stupid and ugly otherwise.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
But with the mask, I don't know. They look really cool with the mask, I think.
Oh yeah, no, the masks make them look awesome. So yeah, okay, yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he'd be very. Well, actually, it would be even more interesting with his. Actually, with all three, with Artemis and Cybrix, because Artemis is a robot. Robots do not show natural emotion. So that would be very interesting. And then, especially with her being an envoy, meaning she, being able to emotionally manipulate situations is kind of her whole thing. So that would be very interesting. And Cybrix is technically a human, and he does feel emotion, but he also has most of his body replaced with, robotics.
Well, actually, I was thinking about that. Could I be the thingy with the thingy and tinny thingies?
Oh, yeah, if you want to. Yeah, to have the psychic powers.
Yeah, I want the psychic powers.
All right. Then yes, you do have full emotions then.
Oh, yeah.
It would still be interesting, though, because you have the being that doesn't know emotions because his race said, no, those are bad. You have the being that's all about emotions, and then you have the one who has emotions but seems to have rejected them for technology.
Oh, man.
And then whatever Tessa's going to be.
I really like how this race looks, because it's a step away from being an eldritch monster, which is what I would go for if that was an option.
Yeah, because it's not too much of an eldritch monster to be like, no, you can't play as that. How would that thing even just work in normal society? It's not too far that way, but it's also far enough where you're like, yeah, that thing, that's just a weird thing. I wouldn't want to deal with that thing on a normal basis.
Yeah, it's like, I could see this thing, being like a fucking demon from between stars. It's not, but
I'm just
it has the look.
I'm just imagining Cybrix has like special, like they're like handcuffs that split apart and move
Right.
and like multiply in order to fit every single like race. And for the Embry, it just they go around their legs.
Right.
Just prevents them from moving.
But I don't know. I am split between the Irog and the Embry.
Well, I will let you think about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go because I gotta go.
It's almost
but
11.
I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and yeah, we will continue the campaign and start a revolution.
Cool.
All
Yeehaw.
right. Dixie's
Goodbye.
not.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
All right. See you guys.